this. You are not alone. This is the Resistance.
What's up, everyone? This is the Tinman with the Resistance. If you're watching this, you are the Resistance. How do you like the new intro, ladies and gentlemen? Incorporated elements from past intros, meshed it together a little bit. Nice little package. But you probably noticed that Lucid's not featured on that intro as he was in the last. In fact, many people have asked me, what has happened to Lucid? Why hasn't he been making videos? And without going into too much detail, because this could be a little Q&A video here. And so the first question I'm going to address the elephant in the room, or should say the elephant that's no longer in the room. The issue regarding Lucid and his role in TWWRN. Now, again, without going into too much detail, I will simply say this. Lucid has gone back to California. And he is, at this point, more focused on pursuing a career in music, as well as focusing on fitness and inspirational videos. That is what he wants to do. He is very passionate about it and feels that that's the direction that he wants to go, and that this is the direction that his life is going in. And to that end, it will be respected. So he will not be producing videos with the Worldwide Resistance Network anymore until he decides otherwise. Now, many people know that he and I have some personal issues with one another. That, frankly, is irrelevant, and any details regarding that will be kept between he and myself and any other parties that may be involved in the matter. But as far as it relates to TWWRN, Lucid is still very much a part of the Worldwide Resistance Network. He still keeps in contact with Connor and contributes what he can, where he can, and how he feels he should. And to that end, he and his efforts will be respected, as will his decision to no longer be an active frontman in front of the camera for the Worldwide Resistance Network. He just doesn't feel that that's where he wants to be, regardless of what's going on between he and I. This was a decision that he made prior to our falling out, and I respect that. So we wish him the best of luck in anything that he puts his hand to. And if he wishes to come back, we are more than willing to sit down and talk. At least I am. And we'll see what we can do. Now, as far as anybody else is concerned, that many people have asked this question, being that Lucid is no longer a front runner in front of the camera, will somebody be taking his place with the weekly report? And what is the future of the weekly report? Right now, there is no set plan regarding the weekly report. Right now, it is just myself, Connor, and Drummer. Drummer and Connor are both in Canada. I'm here in the United States. As for the weekly report, we have not decided as to how we want to proceed with revamping the show, or if we're even going to continue with the show. We might decide to make a weekly podcast. We might decide to do a daily radio show. We have not decided what we want to do with that yet. Nor have we decided on a co-host or whether it would be a solo project. And if so, who would be a part of that solo project. So that's just kind of something that's up in the air. Another question that many people have been asking. What has happened to Conspiracy Anonymous? I wish I knew. Honestly, he lived 45 minutes away from me, from where I presently live. As you know, Lucid and I stopped in and visited him on our way out to Tennessee. But prior to that, or I should say after the fact, sorry, he fell off the map about a month after my arrival in Tennessee. Like, I could not get a hold of him anymore. His phone was disconnected. His Facebook account was deactivated. I do not know what is going on with him, and neither does anybody else for that matter. At least anybody that I know of. But I will put it out there. Conspiracy Anon, if you see this video, get in touch with me, man. Hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Get in contact. And for anybody else, if you know what happened with Conspiracy Anon or how he's doing, do drop us a line. Let me and everybody else who cares about him know how he's doing. Let us know he's okay, if he's okay. We would love to know what's going on with our brother. Next question. What is the future of TWWRN? Now, this question has been asked many times in many forums and in many ways. And the question generally seems to focus around what is our purpose? What is our focused direction? People want to know if we're just going to be sharing information that's already out there, if we're focusing solely on just waking up the remainder of the sleeping sheeples, whether we're going to be active on the streets. Thing is, we're all of those things. We're doing all of those things. All of it may not necessarily be on camera, because unlike InfoWars, we don't have the sponsorship to just go and travel to every fucking protest in the world to cover it, as well as pay salaries and keep roofs over our head and all that shit like Alex Jones does. Sorry, we don't have that. But what we do have is a network of activists all over the planet, in every state, in every province, in every country, who does their part. They show up to these protests, they cover it, they leave their mark, and people like myself cover the media aspect of it. We address what's going on in the world. And just because I sit here with my video camera in my office recording these videos, discussing what's going on, doesn't mean that we are not in some way actively participating in what's going on. Because you better believe if something's going on in the world, somebody from the Worldwide Resistance Network is there, boots on the ground. Better believe it. Now, as far as what we're going to do or what we would like to do, we would definitely love to be able to expand this. We would love to be able to send a camera crew out to every protest at the drop of a hat to be able to cover this stuff. We would like to do things like a full-on radio show, you know, take it to the next step way beyond anything that Alex Jones has ever done. We would love to be able to do that. But unfortunately, the funding just isn't there. So, unless we get several 100,000 subscribers watching these videos, boosting the monetization analytics, not shit I can do. Okay? I work a full-time job. I don't get paid for this shit. I do it because it's my passion. Yeah, the videos are monetized, but I haven't seen any fucking revenue from this fucking shit since 2014. I shit you not. That was the last time that there was a cash out on these videos, and the cash out was legitimately small. It's like $300, and that went into investing in new equipment, new cameras, the green screen, and editing software. Wasn't cheap. So that's that. You want us to be able to do more? We'd be happy to do more. We just need the means to do it. Beyond that, there haven't been too many other questions, but if you have any questions or have some input, believe me, I want to hear from you. Okay? We get people who come and go all the time. Some like the videos, so they subscribe. Some people don't like the videos, so they unsubscribe. Rather than unsubscribing, tell us what you want to see. Tell us why you subscribe to the Worldwide Resistance Network in the first place. Be a part of this, not just watching on the sidelines. Be a part of it. That's what the Worldwide Resistance Network is for everyone to be a part of it, to have a say. It's not my resistance. It's not Connor's resistance. It's the world's resistance. So be a part in it. Help make this into what you want it to be. I'm the Tinman with the Resistance. If you are watching this, as I've said many, many times before, you are the Resistance.